Okay, so sit rep. It is 9:45 in the morning.
I have to admit, it was actually very
We're at Deanland Airfield and we're going to fly to Headcorn today. I'm with Simon. What's up? That guy. So, come with us. Oh no.
I can run a bit farther, or faster.
Arse in first then, legs. Easiest method.
Sexy.
Whoa! Sexy wasn't doing well,
Oh yeah.
Right. So again, my passenger brief out. So I told you the flight plan, where we're going to be doing, where we're going to be flying, what we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
You know, how to operate your door, how to take your harness off if you need to.
Yep.
Put it standing, put it in front of your mouth, but just below, so you're not breathing on it all the time.
Yep.
Push the top buttons on the front there. Yep.
Yep.
So you press and hold the top to the controller. You won't be doing it, but I'm just letting you know. And there's another push the top there. So if I fell out the door and you've got to fly the thing, you know how to make a mayday call.
Yes. Slash partly fly.
Yeah. So I've shown you all of that. Mags, there's 2 switches. You know, I'll check them before takeoff to make sure both sets of mags are working fine. Okay. So if in an emergency situation, you know, I want to be able to do everything I want to do. So just feet away from the rudder pedals, hands on your knees, and then shut up. You know, just try not to scream.
I'll try my best.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah, and just enjoy yourself, but look out for other aircraft. That's your only job.
I'll do my best. So I've got my shades on now.
Anything, just look out that backside for me, because obviously I just can't see that area. So if I say clear my side, I'll look everywhere, but you just say clear your side as well, just when you have a look.
Okay.
So,
sweet.
You all happy?
Yeah, I'm good.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Let's go fly.
Okay, so flaps up, fuel cups on. I've got a fuel valve next to me that cuts the supply from the tank to the engine. So if there's a fire, we cut the supply to the engine, but we don't turn the engine off. So we let the engine burn as much as it can before it conks out, and then we turn everything off. All switches are off, like I expect. Okay. Off, we don't have cowpeat. So master switch on, fuel pump on for 5 seconds. There's a nice bit of fuel at the engine ready to go. Both mags on, throttle's wide up. We're going to use choke because it's not flown today. Area clear all around, clear prop. Clear prop! Always love it. Ready?
Yeah.
There we go.
Sweet.
Put these bad boys on.
I've got you now.
Wicked. Okay. Volume is up. I'm just making sure the volume's turned up, so because if you start your engine, start talking on the radio and no one's replying to you, you're thinking no one's around, but actually you just not got the thing turned up.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, so we've got the engine going, set it to 2,500 RPM, just get it a bit warmer. Okay, to check oil pressure is okay, that's fine. Oil temp's going to rise again, same as cylinder head temperatures. Fuel's all the way to the top. The fuel pump's off, choke's off, the radio's on, transponder on out. Cowl flap, we don't have it, and we don't have a BRS either. We're ready to taxi, so when we taxi we want to check that this wiggles around, the compass moves in the way we expect. We're in line with runway 24 anyway, so that's what we'd expect, and just a tap on the brakes to make sure they work.
Clear yours?
Clear mine.
Yep. Brilliant. We'll move over there. In the time it's been on, we've not heard anyone on the radio. As soon as there's a crosswind, we can do our checks facing this way. Okay, compass has moved. I didn't see that wiggle, and obviously the brakes work because we stopped. So controls full and free movement. So that aileron goes up, that one's down, opposite way. Okay. We can feel response from the elevator, and then it's clear all around the box. Harnesses, hatches are secure, so your doors shut properly. Brilliant. If you want, you know, it's going to be a hot day. If you want, you can pop this open. That's all fine. Flight instrument setting. So okay, we'll change to QNH when we're in the air, but we're on QFV at the moment. So we're going to do a mag check. So carb heat off, don't have it. Carb flap open, don't have it. Cabin heater off. So that's if there's an engine fire on takeoff. We don't have a load of fumes blowing in the cockpit.
Okay.
But apart from that, we're ready to go. No one's on the runway that way. Can you see anyone on approach for that end of the runway?
Nope, can't see anyone.
Yep, that's fine. I'm just going to twist to the left a little bit, look on final. All the circuits on this airfield are off in that direction anyway. So we'd see anyone on base, on downwind base. I can't see anybody on final, but we'll just check as we edge out. Radio Golf Charlie Delta Sierra Whiskey entering runway 06 for an immediate departure. Okay, so you all happy to go?
Yeah, all happy.
Brilliant. So I'm going to apply full power. And that quick, we're already airborne. So I keep my hand on the throttle. We want to keep it just at about 60 knots. When I reach about 300 feet, I'm going to apply flaps up and then climb between 60 and 70 knots. 300, flaps up. Oh, we couldn't have picked a better day, I don't think.
Nah, today's beautiful.
This is brilliant. Wind. We've reached 1,000 feet, so fuel pump off, check the engine, T's and P's, everything's like I expect. We're good, all we're clear around. We're going to keep climbing, probably about to 2,000 feet. And I'm going to select my head in as well, so we want to go to 040. That's the aircraft nicely trimmed. We're not climbing or descending. Okay, and I can just hands off from now on. What I'll do is I'll just sign off from Deanland again, 1 second. Deanland Airfield, Golf Charlie Delta Sierra Whiskey, changing to Headcorn radio on 122.0. So what I'll do is I'll change frequency, listen to what these guys are saying, if there's anyone about. And just when I get past Buell Water, that's when I'll talk to them.
Okay.
Yeah, like I was saying, just cruising along here like this, the secondary effect of rudder is yaw. So if I just slightly apply pressure, if you put your feet on the pedals, just do what they call follow me through, so you can feel what I'm doing, but don't actually try and control yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so if I put a little bit of pressure on my right foot, you'll notice it controls that sort of axis, but that's me doing that as well.
Yeah.
But if I apply right foot, you'll notice we start to roll as well.
Yep.
So I can just happily flying along like this. I can control us here, and then now we're pointing at Buell Water. I can just apply a bit of left rudder, and it'll. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a really handy feature, considering we don't have autopilot. And seeing as we're heading in a straight line, let's do a stall. So before you do any non-standard manoeuvres, we do a Hazel checklist. So height sufficient.
Sorry, that is
Good enough for recovery. Airframe satisfactory. Security. So hatches and harnesses, we okay? You're all nicely strapped in.
Yep.
Brilliant. So engines, we want to check T's and P's. Location. So we're not in any controlled airspace. We're not over any active airfields. We're not in cloud. You know, we're not over any built-up areas to look out. So I'm just going to do a sharp 90-degree turn either way, so we can have a look if there's anyone around us. When you look for aircraft, you look in one location, let your eyes adjust, look in another location, and that's how you do it. You just don't do that.
Oh,
do you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, you'll see these things just don't really stall much. like if you ever did it in your flying lessons, it's not as spectacular as in a Cessna, but still, that it's quite a decent stall.
They never had us do this.
Did you not? So that was a stall.
That was good.
At this really low. See what I mean? You've got to be quick on your recovery, because if you did that on final when you're about 50 feet above the ground,
Yeah, you're fucked.
yeah. But the time people don't recognise it coming is when you turn in final. Your airspeed's quite low, your flaps are down, but when you turn, you're thinking, oh, I'm getting a bit low, so I'm going to pull back. You just killed all lift that you had, and you're just going to start sinking to the ground in a very ungraceful fashion. Let's do some tight turns, because for the fun of it, okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Clear either side, clear my side, all good?
Clear my side.
Brilliant, okay, let's go to the left. Okay, all good.
Yep.
Alright. I think it's mad when you look down at the ground and like there's just one spot that doesn't move.
Yeah, no, I've got a tennis court for that.
Cool. Okay, all good, and then power back down.
Nothing. Don't know what you're on about.
Simon, I'm pretty sure you just said, Tom, you're a very good pilot.
I'll give you that. Yes, you're a very good pilot.
Thank you.
So you said that you've got the runway, and whereabouts can you see it?
It's one of them where you spot certain landmarks and then you recognise where it is. Oh, I've lost it now.
Oh.
It's just past the golf course.
Okay.
Not that helps.
No, the golf course is green in a green field area.
I'm just going to call them. Lashenden Radio, Golf Charlie Delta Sierra Whiskey, inbound.
Golf Charlie Delta Sierra Whiskey, pass message.
Golf Charlie Delta Sierra Whiskey, MicroPilot from Deanland, C42, to Lashenden, to POV, request airfield joining information.
Golf Sierra Whiskey, runway 28 left hand, QFE 1016.
Runway 28 left hand, QFE 1016, Golf Charlie Delta Sierra Whiskey. I should remember the name of it, because I've flown over it a couple of times. Let's move to the relevant page, shall we?
That would be helpful.
Yes, it would. Staplehurst, that's it.
Staplehurst?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so what? I'm not descending very well here. Pretty sure I've got it. I'm not gonna... Don't quote me on that.
Well, you're on camera, so...
Yeah. But I decide how it gets edited.
Yeah, that's another good point. How much approach do you have to give yourself? Like
in these things, you can go practically nothing. You know, as long as you set up for your airspeed and your flaps and things like that, practically nothing really.
Okay.
Now I'm checking this area, because if anyone's took off, they'd be taking off, and then they'd turn crosswind and they'd be facing towards us. So I'm just making sure that's all good. No one around like I expect. I can see the aircraft landing. See that white dot? Just on the green bit there.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
That's them just landed. So I want to get down a bit lower now. Still checking around me. Now I've reached down to 1,000 feet. I'm going to do my "twas fun" checklist. So T, trim. I want to get trimmed off here. I'm going to trim off to 70 knots. Wind I'll assess on final, because I'll be able to see the windsocks better. Activity, there's one taking off there. There's no one ahead of us as far as I'm aware. Security hatches and harnesses are still as they were. F, so we want fuel pump on. We've got enough fuel to go around. Undercarriage, the brakes are not set, and needles, engine temperatures and pressures like I'd expect them to be. Golf Sierra Whiskey, downwind, runway 28. Okay, now I've got this far, I'm going to slow down. Nose up a little bit, because I want to kill my airspeed off a bit. Flaps up. The airfield now, all happy.
Yep, I'm good.
I've got the other aircraft just turning downwind now. Now I'm checking final. Any non-radio aircraft could be coming in. I've never seen one, but they shouldn't be the day. Okay, I'll leave first stage of flaps down. It's a long runway, so we don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to start turning final now. We've done our checks, we're all happy, we're checking the runway's clear, no one's in front of us. Or if I really wanted to, I'd do a side slip. I'd do that.
Okay.
See, we lost a lot of height there, but, you know, the airspeed didn't increase a lot.
That was good. I've never done that before.
Okay, one sec. Golf Sierra Whiskey, short final, runway 28.
Sierra Whiskey.
Okay, so power's back to idle now. I'm just going to let it drift. I'm just going to hold it at this attitude. That's a touchdown. Like I said, I'll tap a bit of the brakes because I don't want to go right to the end. And I can just slightly turn off to the left as well as I'm slowing down. Because if the circuit was busy, that just gets me off the runway then.
Yeah, I'll give you that. That was a good landing.
Oh, thanks. So, welcome to Headcorn. Sierra Whiskey, runway vacated, taxiing to park.
Sierra Whiskey.
Tell me the reg of that aircraft there.
Really? That is the best reg of an aircraft though, or of anything really.
Golf Sierra, Echo, X-Ray, X-Ray.
Or G-Sex. Yeah, but let's be honest, everyone would just want to be like, oh, I'm in my G-Sex plane.
Yeah.
Cool. Hey. Then we shall get some lunch. Takeoff.
Before we do anything, I
I have to admit, you was actually very, very good. I didn't know, like, because I knew you'd passed,